we are an oncology, specifically an immuno-oncology company. For many people listening, a product like Keytruda may ring a bell. There are several blockbuster immuno-oncology drugs on the market. However, they actually tend to have a pretty low efficacy rate. Far less than 50% of patients that are treated with those products see long-term benefit. And so really what Sensei is after is how to help the vast majority of patients see additional or some clinical benefit. Yeah, I think I would say it's, about 6 months post our IPO, we had some data on a phase 2 program that wasn't what we hoped it would be. And at that point, we really needed to huddle and decide where was the company going to go. We had a lot of money we had raised from the IPO, but the downturn or the sourness toward the biotech market had started. And I think what's really important, and for me, what I really pushed for was some people were saying, hey, this could last 6 months, 8 months, 9 months. I felt like let's pretend it's going to last a lot longer than that and see how long we can make this cash last us while still doing what we feel is most important to the company. And what is that? And how do we get that done? And what resources do we need to get that done? And thank God we did that, because especially for small cap biotech, people still aren't, rushing to fund things, and money's not coming in like it was when we went public. And so we've been very fortunate. We extended our cash runway by about 1.5 years when we sat down and made that very important prioritization decision. And I think what was really instrumental during that was how finance and the science and medical parts of the organization were going to feel like they were working together and not against each other. Because, long term, that's not sustainable. We need everybody to understand why we're making a decision. And it's hard to explain to people like, well, we have 2 years of cash. Why do we have to stop doing things now? Like, yes, I get that. It doesn't feel like a today thing, and it really isn't. But, if we don't extend this cash runway by quite a bit, it will become a problem. And you can't make that decision later. You have to make that decision early and often and continue to revisit it as you're learning new things and seeing new data and continuing to see where the market's headed. And so, I think that's really where I felt like, okay, I have to step in and take the lead, and maybe it won't be the most popular, but I need to make sure everybody's kind of with us and understanding this decision and feels like they're part of it and not just being told. We will be at a point in the next 12 months that Sensei needs to go out and raise additional capital to get the program into bigger phase 3 and beyond trials. And so, figuring out how to stand out among a lot of little biotechs out there and how to get people's attention and interest and make sure we're delivering the data we get from our early trials in a really, really thoughtful and comprehensive way so that, we can raise that money efficiently and effectively.
This podcast is made possible by Ledge.